Hello everyone, this is Claire from Flawless POS. Welcome back. Today we're going to look at how we can communicate with our customers through a campaign. When we talk about a campaign, we can do it in one of two ways. We can send text messages to selected customers, or we can send emails. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on emails and on how to configure an email campaign. To get to campaigns, all we need to do is to expand the main menu and to click on communication. When the campaign screen opens, we find a little bit of informative text here at the top of the page. And this is just to make you aware that typically your emails will be sent at around 10 emails per minute. And this will take place during 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll also notice that the campaign grid shares a lot of useful stats, such as the open rate, the click rate, how many customers may have unsubscribed, as well as the click to open rate. Now I'm going to run this email campaign, but you will see that because it's after hours, the emails aren't actually going to get sent immediately. They'll be placed in a queue. And this will get picked up at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and the emails will be distributed to the specific customers. Now you may have noticed when I just sent the campaign before that there was a message that popped up to tell me that once the campaign is started, you are not able to actually cancel it or pause it. And in addition to this, if you look at the menu, you can also no longer edit the campaign or resend it. Now, all is not lost. If you do need to resend a campaign, perhaps you want to provide an update to a previous communication, or you want to broaden your audience, you simply need to create a copy of the existing campaign, and this will allow you to modify it and resend it. The copy function is also very handy if you want to create a template. Suppose you use an email template that always includes a certain logo or menu layout or other formatting, then you could create a template for that and just copy it each time and modify it accordingly. Another menu option of interest is the send a text. I would imagine whenever we want to send an email campaign to our customers, we would first send a test and verify that everything is according to our liking and as expected. Then lastly, what I want to talk about is the View Interaction menu option. This screen allows us to see the date on which a particular user may have interacted with the email, the geographical location of that user, any URLs that that user may have accessed through the email, as well as who the user was. Now, right now, this screen is empty because my emails are still in queue and none have been sent out. Tomorrow, once the emails have been sent out, the status column will update to show how many emails have been delivered to valid email addresses versus the emails that have been skipped for reasons such as invalid email addresses and the like. So next I'm just going to run through the campaign wizard and we'll take a look at the steps necessary to configure an email campaign. So first of all, I'm just going to provide a title. This is for your own reference. And then I'm going to select email. Then we get the opportunity to select to which customers the emails will be sent. And we have a couple of options here. You don't have to pick only one. You can pick multiple of these options. But for the demo, I'm just going to choose website subscribers. And then finally, we give our email message a subject heading. So I'll just say demo 2. And then you click on edit email. And this is where we are going to configure the content of the email message. So to add a control to your email, you have to click on the plus sign. And the options that are available to us is that you can add a list of the latest products. You can add a row with columns, and if you do, then you have the option to add additional controls onto that. Or you can add a row separator. Now, we've already discussed all the different control types when we did the previous video and looked at how one could create a website for your online store. And what I'll do is I will add links to those chapters in the description box below. So for now, I'm just going to briefly run through what's different in the email builder. And to start with, you'll see that when you add a row of columns, you have a few less options available than you did when you created pages for your website. The options available now is image, text, and product. You'll notice that there isn't an option to add a video, but if you need video, you could always just add a text control, because this also allows us to add image and embed YouTube videos. It is probably best to keep your YouTube videos on the smaller side, just so that it doesn't affect the speed at which the emails move through the server or slow the customer down when they open the email client side. Okay, so another feature I want to point out to you is on the image control. And what we have here is the ability to upload multiple images. Now, when we did this on a page, it generated a slideshow for us. But what you'll see is if I do that in the email builder, then it's going to generate a GIF. You can get really creative using this functionality, and when we are done here, I will show you one or two examples where I've done this in a test email. So that's about it for the email builder. I'll just show you quickly where you can update the row settings if you need to adjust the width or the background color or the padding of your row, and you do that all over here. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take you to an email which I sent to myself earlier using the send test functionality, and this is what it looks like. To start with, we have the email subject heading. Then I placed a row of columns and I dropped an image control. And for that, I uploaded a whole series of images to produce this GIF. Next, I did the same. It's also an image control. And I used a picture editor for this to create this look. And I can't recommend that highly enough. A picture editor will just take your emails and your web pages to a whole nother level in terms of the flexibility and professionalism that it will lend to your project. 2 more images and a flashing GIF over here, and then we get the text control. After the text control, I inserted a row separator, and you can see that I matched the text color and the row handles in this control by using the color picker and matching the color to this image over here. After the row separator, we find a list of latest products, and this list allows you to return at least 6 products. Another row separator and a beautiful image that I created using my picture editor. I use PicMonkey, but you can use any pic editor of your choice. And finally, I produced a little menu over here where it's also a row of 4 columns, and in each column I just used text for the different designers that I have in my store. And if I click on one of these, it will take me to that designer's specific web page. Now remember that you can always add a URL link to any text or any image within your email. And the very last thing is the email footer. This gets auto-generated for you, and it will return the customer for whom the email was sent, as well as your store contact details, and then an option to unsubscribe. And at the bottom here, we've got icons representing our social media links. Okay then, so that's it for email campaigns for today. Until next time, take care.